5 minutes starts now.
Finding your path to success is not easy. But on your path to success, we believe that everyone has the potential to achieve their goals. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. This is your path to success. I am your host / career specialist, Risha May L. Torres. I believe that choosing the right career can give us a greater purpose and boost our chances for personal happiness and professional success. Today, we will explore these topics. For round 1, adapting to external factors in career development and aligning career choices with personal values and passion. Round 2, the power of mentorship and networking in career growth and the journey of self-discovery in visualizing career pathing. Some people use the word career to describe what you do for a living. For example, you might say that you are an engineer, a pilot, or a fashion designer. But for many, career also involves all these steps to achieve various professional goals. In today's busy and competitive world, career development has become more important. It is not just about getting promoted. It is about constantly improving your skills and knowledge to stay relevant and succeed in your job. Before we continue, let us welcome first our panelists. A pleasant day to each and everyone. I am Attorney Maria Tia Mampilian. I specialize in criminal law and I am in this field for almost 6 years. I graduated from Yale Law School, magna cum laude, major in philosophy. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Good morning, everyone. It is my pleasure to be here with you today. I am Erica C. Calera, a licensed psychologist with a 5-year experience that specializes with child and adolescents.
Hello everyone, I am Apea Joy Peterson, Marketing Manager at Top White Level Agency in Elegant City, Lano del Norte. I graduated college in Severino's University Ateneo de Cagayan, and now I have 8 years of experience being a marketing manager.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Candy Sivanzusi. I am a pediatrician at Westmead Hospital. I graduated from Stanford University with honors degree.
Good day everyone, I am Alec Abad. I am a professional ATC or so-called air traffic controller, which we manage the safety and guidance of our passengers and pilots during a flight.
Welcome, panelists, and thank you so much for being here. So, now I think our panelists are fully prepared for today's discussion. So, without further ado, let's get started. Career development is not easy. It has positive and negative external factors. And it is our first topic, adapting to external factors in career development. So, for the first question, how do external factors like economic shift and technological advancement impact career development?
Those two factors are a major impact in career development, especially I would emphasize the technological advancements. As a pediatrician, there's a lot of ways to heal a child in any ways possible. But through technological advancements, it's become easier and more efficient to help children. That's all. Thank you.
Do you want something to add? It is normal to have external factors in career development. So, how is it important to stay informed about that external factors?
Can you repeat the question, Miss?
How is it important to stay informed about that external factors?
It is really important to stay informed about external factors that are that would be a great disaster on your career pathing, because like what Mr. Kennedy said, it is a major factor in choosing a career. Like for example, the financial problem rather. For me, for example, is like being a lawyer isn't easy because you still need to go to college and like graduate a 4-year course, and then you still need to go to a law school which cost hundreds, millions. So it's really not easy, and you need to consider all of those external factors in choosing a career. That's all.
I heard from Ms. Mompilian that it is not easy. So, what do you think are some strategies to adapt that external factors? What do you think some strategies to adapt that external
The
factors?
strategies we need to use is we need to get involved in our industry to not to get caught in the trend.
Strategies to inform to adapt the external factors.
Like first is identifying it and finding a mixed solution. Like for example, in my example earlier is financial problem. You can find a solution like scholarships. There are many scholarships in good universities that you can get. Though you still need to pass your good grades, but it's in you if you really wanted in that school, in that to be in that career profession.
We can also improve it by continue learning and adapting to new resources and new learning so we can expand our knowledge and use it for the future.
Can you share an experience where you had to adapt career plans due to external changes?
There were some scenarios, most especially when it comes to financial, since the school I chose to pursue was Indiana and Cebu, where tuition was really expensive. So there was a day or a year where I really stopped going to school and tried to work, for example, on fast food to learn about new things. But I still didn't stop on pursuing my dream of becoming an APC, where I saved up a lot of money where I can pay off my own tuition.
So pursuing your career you need to align your career choices with your personal values and passion. How do you ensure your career choices align with your personal values and passion?
You can do it by constantly learning what you like and what you like and what you doesn't like, and it's also very important and crucial for choosing a career because knowing your value and interest is play a significant role in choosing a career because when you choose a career that really doesn't match your value, it may lead to stress, burnout, and eventually a desire for a career change.
Mr. Allen wants to add something.
I would like to add more information. To be honest, I am a really timid, or I don't really like to interact with other people. So it is really important to align my career, most especially on EPC, since EPC is really a lonely place where only a few people work there. So to be honest, I'm really comfortable with what I chose, in which having to align your career with your personal values is really important, since what makes you comfortable makes you happy.
In your job today, I just wanted to ask if it is aligned with your passions and values.
Yes, absolutely. Since when I was younger, I always wanted to help people in any ways possible, especially in healing them. Since my mother was sick and I was a miracle baby. I was born when she was already old and I was born. So it was very, at that time it was very hard was following your inspiration. So I pursued medical since I always wanted to help people.
That's one of the challenges when when you try to align your career with your personal values. Rather than this, do you have experience like Mr. Su said that you experienced some challenges in aligning your career with your passions and values?
As a lawyer, you need to be strong-minded, especially in my field, which is criminal law. I face different types of people, such as murderers, thieves, robbers. So you really need to be strong-minded and like face them like they're not scary for you, and you need to fight for them at the court, rather, because to prove someone's innocence or like that. So, as a shy type of person, I overcome those fears because I really wanted to be a lawyer ever since I was a child. I am from the family of doctors, and choosing this is also one of the external factors rather is my family, because like what I said earlier, I'm a family of doctors and they are not agreed with me being a lawyer, which I chose a different path from them, but I still fight for my dreams, and like look right now, I'm a lawyer, a top-notch lawyer in the Philippines.
That's a very difficult decision you did in your life, Miss Montilian. So I think it's a very wonderful discussion for our round 1. So let's proceed to round 2, the power of mentorship and networking in career growth. How has mentorship influenced your career growth and development?
Having a mentor has a lot of benefits, in which, especially in my career, where an ATC is very crucial for the safety of other people, not only the pilot but also the passengers. Now, having a mentor means we will be having our own personal training where we can experience new things, in which they can also teach us their own past mistakes, in which we can adapt and learn how to avoid it in the future.
Can you repeat the question, please?
How has mentorship influenced your career growth and development?
It really influenced my career growth because mentorship provide us guidance. They figure out what we are to choose what we want. They also develop our skills. They support us.
I agree with Mr. Abad and Ms. Mercer's answer. For me, as a lawyer, after we graduated the four-year pre-law course in college, we need to be an intern for a rather law firm. So it is a good example for a mentor because we would work for a professional lawyer, so we can learn new things. Rather from them. So like we're not that shocked if we enter the law school.
It is true that mentor is very helpful for us, also for incoming college or college students. So, how can we find a mentor, and what are the qualities should we look for a mentor?
We can find a mentor through networking because we all know that networking is a process to build a connection and relationship with other professionals. And so
what qualities should we look for a mentor?
the qualities we look for the mentor is, for me, is the leadership skills because the mentor need to guide us because it's our first time. So yeah, we need
one of the qualities that mentors should have in being a mentor to be guiding me is patience, since I am a very hard-headed student, and I'm a slow learner, so I really need a patient mentor.
The qualities you should look for a good mentor is not just about the expertise in a specific field, but also be a good role model as a person, as himself, like giving you a honest and direct feedback with respect and or would motivate you to get what you really want and to what you really love to do.
Thank you, Ms. Mulia. I heard from Ms. Mercer earlier about networking. Can networking open up a new career opportunities that you might not have considered?
Now, networking is really important for one's self-growth, but not only for oneself, but also with others. Now, a great example for that would be BNI. Are you guys familiar with what BNI is? I see. Now, how about the crowd? Does the crowd know what BNI is? Can I have a raise of hands if anyone knows what BNI is? I see. Seems like no one knows what BNI is. Now, let's talk about it. Now, BNI, or so-called Business Networking International, is an organization group where different types of professionals with their own career gather up to communicate, talk, or even interact and plan on their own businesses. Now, this does not only improve one's self-business, but also the other. Now, our panelists will be giving you a scenario for you guys to be able to understand it properly. Now, can I have a raise of hands again if you guys don't remember our panelists' careers? The careers of our panelists. Do you guys remember? Thumbs up if yes, thumbs down if no. No lying. It seems like the majority does not want to answer, so I will be repeating the careers of our panelists so you guys won't be confused. Now then, Mr. Kelly is a doctor for children. Now, Mrs. Aliyah Presser is a businesswoman. Mrs. Erika Pagara is a psychiatrist for children. And lastly, Mrs. Thea Mampiligan is a lawyer. Now, we'll begin the scenario. Now, one day, Mr. Kennedy Zuzi received a patient, a young female teenager, which she has physical problems.
My patient has a minor cuts on the arm, may have caused by self-harming. I will recommend her to a psychiatrist that I know, which is Ms. Ferrara, that specializes in adolescents.
So as my patient and I talked, I learned that the girl was suffering from stress and anxiety due to his abusive father and to the problem that he faced in the house. So I suggested her to file a case against his father, and that is not my field since I'm not graduated from a law school. So I asked my friend to help her, which is a lawyer and specialized in criminal law, which is Ms. Montagna.
As I reviewed the case of Ms. Pagara's patient, I learned that we could file a case against her father, which is Article 6, Section 10, Republic Act of, Section 6, Article 10 of Republic Act number 7610, or otherwise known as the Special Protection of Children Against Child Abuse, Exploitation, and Discrimination Act. As we further investigate, I also learned that the father of Ms. Pagara's patient was Ms. Presser's employee in her company.
Actually, I was really shocked by that happened because the attitude he showed me is just normal, but behind my back, I figured out that he's using illegal drugs. Yeah, that's all.
So, does anyone know what happened now? Do you guys understand what BNI is? Okay, let me summarize it children. Now, BNI is the organization group which we are part of, in which Mr. Kelly received a patient, which he has wounds, physical wounds due to depression. Now, Mr. Kelly knows that he has a friend which was Erica Pagara, where she is professional to psychiatrist with children. Now, due to Mrs. Pagara's communication with the children, she learned about that the children was having problems with depression because it was all about her father who was abusive. And now, Mrs. Pagara recommended her to Mrs. Pia Mambuligan, which she was a lawyer to, which she recommended the child to file a case against her father. And lastly, it connected with Miss Leah Presso, where one of her employees was actually the dad. And that is all.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that wonderful example of networking, panelists. It is true that networking not only for one's personal development but also for others. So speaking of personal, let's proceed to second topic in round 2, the journey of self-discovery and visualizing career pathing. Panelists, how important is self-discovery in visualizing career pathing? Panelists, how important is self-discovery in visualizing your career path?
It's very important to align
how is it important in self-discovery in visualizing our career path?
It's really important because we can align it in our career growth. Because self-discovery is we already know ourselves. We already know what we like and we don't like. So it's important.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Presser. Have you ever had an aha moment that clarified your career path?
Pardon?
Have you ever had an aha moment that clarified your career path?
Yes, I did when I am a Wattpadder. When I read the series of Veil of the Dark, which is the Lost series, which excites me and it makes me feel fulfilled when they finally caught the real suspect and fight him in the court legally. So that in that moment, I feel that I really wanted to be a lawyer.
I think Mr. Alex wants to add something.
My moment where I had a feeling that I fulfilled my dream was because being at BTC makes me communicate with the pilot, in which I always had a dream of being a sidekick for some reason, in which my hero would be my sister. My sister is currently also pursuing being a pilot, in which she flies her passengers all around the places in which I will guide her to safety.
I think that's all, panelists. Thank you for explaining and discussing our topics for today. I believe our listeners learned something from you. So, again, this is your math